Good morning, children. So, we're going to start with a chapter titled Conservation of Flora and Fauna for this class. So, like the whole summary of the chapter is in the title Conservation of Flora and Fauna. Conservation means saving, Flora means plants, and Fauna means animals. So, saving of plants and animals. That's the whole chapter. The main ideas that we deal with in this chapter is about why is this conservation, like how is this conservation done, and why do we need conservation at the first place. So to start with, we'll talk generally about flora first. That's like trees, plants and trees. So can you all list out advantages of tree? Why do we need trees so much? Okay, let's start. Yes, okay. We need oxygen. Yes, good point. We need oxygen. Trees gives us oxygen. Trees give us. Trees give us. Trees give us wood. Okay. Trees give us food. Trees give us medicines. Cool. Nice. Like someone else. Trees give us mangoes. Okay. Like I personally also love mangoes. Trees give us mangoes. Yeah. Trees give us fruits and vegetables and all that we need to eat and sustain life. So these are the advantages of trees. But then the question comes, you should think, then why do we cut down trees at the first place? So why do we need to cut down? If trees have given us so many advantages, trees have so much good for our ecosystem, why do we cut down trees at the first place? You need to first understand the term in this called deforestation in this chapter. Now what is deforestation? Deforestation is cutting down of trees over a large area and use this area for some other purposes. So what is deforestation? Everyone, cutting down of trees over a large area and using this area then for some other activities. Now what are these possible other activities? One of them is agriculture, cultivation, or we can use it for laying down of roads, or for metro, building of metro purposes in Delhi. Or we use this for establishment of houses and factories in those areas after cutting down of trees. Now before we before we define this term deforestation, we listed out advantages of tree, 3 to 4 advantages. These advantages are exactly the disadvantages of deforestation. What do I mean by that? If you're cutting down trees give us oxygen. Trees give us oxygen. If we are cutting down trees, then who will give us oxygen? Simple question, right? Who will give us oxygen if we cut down all the trees? So, the whole ecosystem will collapse and we all will die if we do not have oxygen in the first place. Now, trees give us oxygen by taking in carbon dioxide. And if the trees do not take in carbon dioxide, now carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. So it increases the temperature of the earth in a whole, and then it causes something called global warming. Now it's a very common term. You have all been hearing it for quite a long time, and we need to address the issue at present, global warming. Then what does tree do? Tree has roots. So roots of the trees hold the soil. Now if there are no trees, who will hold the soil? And so what happens is the soil is exposed to water and air, and there's a removal of the top layer of soil. Now if there is no soil, it exposes the soil and now it's all rocky grounds left. So in these areas you can't grow anything, any plants or any vegetables you can't grow. So these area become over a period of time then it goes into becoming a desert. And this phenomenon is called as desertification. That is removal of top layer of soil. That soil is not there anymore and you can't grow anything, and it turns, in the end, it goes and turns out into the desert. So now these are the disadvantages of the deforestation. Another very important thing is also groundwater. If there is no plants help us to conserve water, help us to save water, it holds water in the soil. If there are no trees, there's no one to hold the groundwater, and we will not have a fresh water, something that we get to drink, and this affects our existence at the first place. So till this we are covering the main point of what is deforestation and what are the disadvantages of deforestation.